Lizards are scaly lizards, which are included in the suborder of reptiles. They are the oldest representatives of the fauna on Earth, since their existence coincides with those distant times when dinosaurs lived on the planet. In addition, even the word dinosaur is translated from Latin as big lizard. At the same time, really large representatives of lizards, as well as dinosaurs, disappeared from the face of the Earth. However, their smaller relatives survived and successfully adapted to their surroundings, thanks to which they are still considered extremely common reptiles found everywhere. Lizards are considered representatives of a separate evolutionary line, despite their close relationship with snakes. In fact, lizards are considered direct descendants of snakes, but this does not prevent them from being isolated into a separate developmental branch. As well as snakes, lizards belong to the squamous order. At the same time, lizards are considered representatives of different evolutionary groups, despite the association based on the presence of certain features of physiological development, for example, the possibility of loss of limbs. All lizards have movable eyelids and visible openings that represent the auditory canals. Most lizards have two pairs of limbs, but this does not always characterize all representatives included in this suborder. To determine the possibility of classifying reptiles as lizards, the internal structure of the organism is usually assessed. Most lizards have a sternum and shoulder girdle rudiment that snakes lack. The appearance of lizards has a wide variety of variations. Their background color is directly related to the need to disguise themselves among the natural conditions of the landscape, which determines the presence of various variants of the natural color of lizards. The most common varieties are considered, in which the color is made in the form of a green, gray, brown, sandy shade. Lizards are characterized by the presence of different spots, stripes and streaks, which sometimes can form bizarre geometric shapes. Some representatives of the species may change color depending on the situation. Color change mimicry is common among lizards. Lizard scales are located in different ways and depend on the species of reptiles. So, the arrangement of the scales can be overlapping, in the form of a tiled roof, end-to-end, etc. Often the scales are formed in the form of peculiar thorns. In some lizards, scales acquire especially strong properties due to osteoderm bone plates located inside the horny scales. The mouth of the lizards is filled with teeth. In some reptiles, certain species of the tooth are located near the palate. Pleurodont teeth are teeth that change periodically, which is why they are not fixed too firmly. Acrodont teeth are permanent. They are firmly located in the mouth due to the fact that they are fused with the bones. This type of teeth is typical for a small number of lizards. The limbs of reptiles are formed in different ways. Their structure depends on the natural living conditions. So, for example, lizards that need the ability to quickly climb various surfaces have tenacious fingers due to the presence of bristles on the pads. The tongue of lizards also differs in shape and size. Moreover, in all representatives of the suborder, it is quite flexible, mobile, and protrudes freely from the mouth. Some reptiles can even fish with the flexibility and strength of their tongues. The main weapon of lizards, however, is their teeth. With their help, they grab the prey and butcher it. So, for example, a monitor lizard with its sharp teeth can actually cut prey into pieces. In addition, one poisonous representative is also included in the suborder of lizards, the helitoothed, capable of transmitting poison to the victim along with the bite, which ultimately helps them to cope with the enemy. Lizards can be found everywhere, as they inhabit all corners of the Earth, excluding Antarctica. These reptiles have spread throughout Asia and Europe, starting from the Arctic Circle, where the climate is mitigated by the presence of warm ocean currents. At the same time, lizards prefer a warm climate. Most often they are found in steppes, meadows, forests, and deserts located in any